I accidentally found out why my dad left, and I don't know if I can ever talk to him again. When I was 8, my dad left. He didn't die, he didn't disappear without a trace, he just packed a suitcase one night, told me and my mom that things weren't working out, and walked out the door. For years, I had the version of the story my mom told. He's selfish. He chose himself over his family. We're better off without him. I believed her, because I didn't have another explanation. My mom worked 2 jobs to keep us afloat, and I grew up thinking my dad was just a coward. We had minimal contact after that, a phone call on birthdays, maybe a short awkward lunch every few years. He'd always ask how school was going, tell me he was proud of me, and then leave before it got too emotional. I hated those meetings. Now I'm 26, and last week I went to visit my grandmother, his mom, who's 84 and not doing great health-wise. She's always been kind to me, and I've tried to keep that relationship alive. When I was helping her clean out a closet, I found a box labeled in my dad's handwriting, for when she's old enough. Inside were letters. The first was dated 2 months before he left. It wasn't addressed to me, it was to my mom. It said things like, "I know what you've been doing. Please stop before this gets worse. I don't want to ruin you in front of her." I didn't understand at first, so I kept reading. The second letter was a printed email thread. My mom and some guy named E talking about next weekend, hotel reservations, and please don't tell your husband. There were more letters, some angry, some desperate, all from my dad to my mom. The last one was the hardest to read. He wrote that he had proof, that she refused to stop, and that he couldn't stay in the house and pretend anymore. He also wrote that he didn't want to take me away from her because she's still your mother and I won't destroy your childhood with the truth. So he left. And for 18 years, he let me believe he was the bad guy. I asked my grandmother why she never told me. She said my dad made her promise. He didn't want me to grow up resenting my mom. He thought protecting me from the truth was more important than protecting his own reputation. I've been sitting with this for days. My mom doesn't know I know. My dad still hasn't said a word to me about it. I don't know whether to confront them or just let it be. But the idea that I've hated this man for most of my life, and it turns out he might be the only one who was ever protecting me, it's breaking me in ways I can't explain.